Hello, yes, welcome once again to On the Box. Joining me in studio is the fantastic DJ Papillon. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Now, you're doing this fantastic course in Ibiza, which you're going to tell us about in a bit. But for people who don't know you, you're one of these kind of DJs that just sprouted into popularity really, really quickly. You weren't like, some people have been grafting around the set, like I DJ for quite a while. I never got to your status. Tell us people about DJ Papillon for starters.
Basically the seed was sown when I was in art college, and I'd come from a very sort of classical background, and as in like playing the piano and that type of thing, very sort of. And when I was in art college, I started listening to different types of music, and one night I went to a bar in town in Dublin called The Globe, and I saw a DJ in the window, and from that moment I just went, I want to do that. And I kept it to myself in my brain, and I just went, where do I find this music? And that was the passion that was propelling me, was the different types of music and what else is out there. It was like suddenly something was opened.
You're reborn.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And all of a sudden, like, everything started to just break away. The way I dressed, the way I thought, the people that I hung around with, everything just started to change.
It's amazing that you managed to become so popular so quickly, because you've DJed on the Costas, the CDs, and you've been DJing in Ibiza, and you've had residencies all over the place. Tell me about your kind of history in DJing, what you've done up until now, because you're now telling people how to DJ. So explain yourself. Give us your pedigree.
I started DJing about 8 years ago, and then I got it. It's always been part of me that if you get an inkling or a dream of something, that I think then you must be able to achieve it. So my dream was I wanted to DJ in Ibiza, and I wanted to play in Pasha and Privilege, and I knew that I needed to get over to Ibiza to do that. So I decided, okay, what do I need to do? And I went, okay, I'm going to teach, I'm going to give back the skills that I've learned to beginners, and raise the money, and the money that's used then I'll go over to Ibiza and I'll slog it out and hopefully achieve my dreams. And so I taught the course. It was very challenging, because it was I came up with a lot of opposition, as in.
You hadn't been DJing for
I hadn't.
And you were like, I'm going to tell people how to do it. And you're like, wait a minute.
But the thing is, like, because I'd made so many mistakes when I started, I went, hang on, I must be able to help those people who want to know something about DJing. And I made so many mistakes. I was ridiculous when I started, absolutely ridiculous. In fact, I had guys telling me, don't DJ for like 5 years because you're crap.
And I bet you told the girls as well. All the guys had gone, no, it's a girl, she can't DJ and stuff. Did you get a bit of, because you were the girl DJ, they thought you were just token playing around because you wanted to be cool?
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, so
it was kind of a little bit of that as well.
Yeah, it was. And then all of a sudden, I just this fire just started going, and I was going, I'm just going to prove them. And then that was my motivation behind a lot of what I was doing. I was like, I'm just going to prove them all wrong.
Positive mental attitude, PMA.
It was negative attitude which was propelling me forward.
Oh, okay, very good. Tell us about Manumission and Privilege and Passion and these kind of clubs that that you're training people to be able to maybe one day be able to do. And Ibiza itself, explain the island and how it works, because not everybody's gone. I used to live there, and it's a full-on place. But there are some beautiful little hideaways, and the Spanish people who live there in Ibiza, they're amazing. They're awesome people. Tell us about the island. Explain to people the island and how the clubs work and all that.
The island. I'd always heard about Ibiza Uncover, which was the madness, and I knew that I wanted to go somewhere which is a little bit more quieter. I had been a couple of years before. I then went to go over to DJ. You get to play in bars. Well, I got to play in one of the bars over there. There's music everywhere. Bars, restaurants, clubs. They don't. The scene over there is like Pasha is probably the best club in the world. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah,
it's such an experience. You've got like nearly grannies in there as well, and they literally are grannies. And you're going. There's such a mix of people in there, such diversity, and the music is the thing that's keeping them together. It's a very warm feeling. Ibiza is starting to change now because the government want to take away that they don't want the clubbers to be having so much of a rule over there.
Oh, really?
Which is a bit sad. So the island is starting to change. They're closing down a lot of the clubs.
Really? Okay.
they closed Amnesia, Cocoon, DC10, all that type of stuff.
Wow.
And these
Privilege is still open, because Privilege is 8,000 people. It is one of the biggest clubs in the world. And when you walk in, you just go, oh my God.
Yeah,
it's amazing to think that, that you wanted to decide, I wanted to play there, and that you get to play there.
It's so crazy. It's like when you're, I can't sort of stress like how important it is when you get an idea, basically the inspiration when it comes to you get the idea and you go, I want to do it. I basically went into the opening party of Manumission. I looked down, I was in the VIP box. How I got there was because I was slogging my arse off in a bar DJing, and they went, come along to the VIP. So I went along, looked down at the DJ booth, which is, you'll see a clip of us in the footage, and it's on water like a swimming pool, and I just looked down at the DJ and I went, oh my God, I want to do that. I had no idea how. I had no idea. I was like, who the hell am I?
We're going to talk about the course in just a bit, but let's have a quick check. This is DJ Papillon's DJ Basics course in action earlier this summer.
Okay, so are you happy that that's the record that you want to bring in after? Okay, so when you are, what I'd like you to do is rewind it back. So this is what you're going to do. Just stop that for a sec. Okay, so in your headphone, this is in your headphone, so you can rest your headphones on here because we're. Right. So in your headphone, what I'd like you to do is, remember what we said that's what the slip mat is for, because the platter's still spinning. So I'd like you to rewind the record back. And don't be afraid to rewind it back till you hear no music, and then move it forward a bit until you do. Yeah, okay. Now when you're happy with it, now know that you can always release your hand a bit. Just lift your hand for me. Always know that you can, you can always just have it like as if, do you have any animals at home?
No.
Right, but pretend you're petting a dog, right? So it's like, you like petting a dog, so okay, there we are around here. So it's very gentle, so you're always moving around this area. Okay, great, well done, okay. So that's very basic movements, okay? Now to get more impact, I would, okay, that's one way of doing it, right? So okay, that's your first way. To get more impact, I'd like you to always rewind, so we're going to rewind always so there's no music in your headphone. We'll just push it forward a bit so you hear some. Okay, so that's basically where the track begins. So at about 9 o'clock, so you could, if you start the record like this, so okay, see this going on. Okay, so there's more impact when you're on the first speed of the song.
Just bring it straight in,
okay. Okay, so now what I'd like you to do is when you're rewinding, even if it's 45, always rewind in the middle. Okay, so I'll let you do that again. I know it's a little tricky when it's a 45 because it's just a little bit smaller.
Fantastic, and it brings me back to the Cafe Del Mar, the whole that summer I spent there. One of the best summers of my life, I have to say. I don't think I'll ever go back again though. It took a part of me. A part of me was left in Ibiza. But you've got this amazing villa over there that you're teaching people how to DJ and that kind of thing, and introducing them to people. How does it work? How does the whole course work?
It works that people come from all over the world to this villa, and what I do is it's like I have 1-to-1 tuition or sometimes 1-to-2 tuition with the people. The last one I did in June there was a different variety of people that were coming on. Some people were complete beginners, some people hadn't more experience. So what I did was I just honed into what it was that they needed to expand more with, whether that be like getting out more, playing in clubs, bars, that type of thing. Or if it could be like one of the guys that came on, as you saw, he just wanted a DJ at his wife's 40th birthday party. Oh, cool. Which is very sweet, yeah. So what I do is... So he decided
to go on a trip to Ibiza. Oh, yeah. What a sweet guy.
Yeah. So what I do is I just cover right from the basics, like for people who never DJed before ever, like the whole thing about equipment, how to put equipment together, all that type of stuff. So
Make
they know
sure
it
works.
Yes. So they know it inside out. How to do that. I basically prepare them for a gig, so that I could just leave them alone, they go off and they could DJ. So from that, then from beat mixing to a little bit of scratching, I bring them into a studio, I just show them where DJing can lead to making your own music, a radio station, what else? There's...
Sounds like a huge array of stuff that kind of goes on. How long does it go on for?
A week.
Okay. And is it all work? I mean, Ibiza is a difficult place to go. I mean, even though the villa, as you see, it's amazing, but it's difficult to imagine you having to work all the time when you're there. Bit of play.
There is a bit of play. I mix it up. But the funny thing is, the people are so into wanting to learn whatever they're, it doesn't seem like work. So it's like when you're doing something that you enjoy, it doesn't seem like work. You're actually energized by it. So.
And how about the people who've gone through the course? Are they now? Do you go back and visit your little darlings and see how they're doing, little fledglings?
Yeah,
Have they flown from the nest?
Yeah, they have. I do feel it's weird. I do feel it's like I'm dealing with virgins. I'm like, wow, they put the needle on the record first time.
You're really excited when they beat MASH for the first time.
Yeah, you do. But I know I still have to keep a little bit detached from it. It's not. I can't take credit for that. It's them doing the work. So
Very
they're
diplomatic.
they are DJing, yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah, one guy never DJed before. He's got his own gear. He's got friends asking him to DJ at parties. He's been DJing in Nude place in town. Another guy gig in Waterford to 200 people.
Wow.
One girl she never played before. She's playing as well. So they're all pretty much.
Fantastic. Okay, how do people find out more?
They can come on to www.DJPapillon.com. They can find out more details.
Okay, DJ Basics is
DJBasics.com.
Okay,
.com. And it's the next course is the 15th of October until the 20th.
I kind of want to go myself. I've got to stick here doing this little job. Papillon, thank you very much
for
joining us in the studio. Check out DJPapillon.com for more info. I'll be back after the break with Star Turbo live in studio.